By now, I know you've seen the commercials and have read the hype. The all-new Cadillac CTS is giving the German brands a real run for their money this time. But we've heard this kind of talk before without significant market share gains being made. This new CTS has been named Car of the Year by more than one popular car publication, and sales of this new sports sedan are red hot. So maybe this time, BMW and Mercedes better take Cadillac more seriously. And having just spent an entire week with the top-of-the-line direct-injected CTS V6, the hype is more than just hyperbole this time around. This car is right in line with the best offerings from BMW and Mercedes, and Cadillac is doing it for thousands less. With mid-sized dimensions but compact prices, this CTS is going to throw a monkey wrench into the luxury sedan buying process. Its first victim will be one of its own, the Why Bother With Me Now Cadillac STS. And next up are the BMW 3 and 5 Series. The CTS DI is priced almost $4,000 less than a 335i, over $14,000 less than a 535i, and yet has a comparable powertrain and more or near equal passenger and cargo volume. I've also driven the excellent new Mercedes C-Class, and the CTS can target that car quite nicely as well. So what makes this new CTS so much better than before? In my mind, you can break it down to three areas: styling, powertrain, and interior design. Take the new body and front fascia, for instance. You can count on one hand the number of cars that can make their presence known in such a confident yet elegant way as the CTS. From any angle, there is something to catch your eye. I really love how the rear track is overtly pronounced as the fenders flare to a muscular stance. Concerning engine and transmission options, you can choose between V6 power plants, but it's this direct-injected 3.6-liter unit that turns up the power. 304 horsepower mated to a 6-speed auto that is far superior to either the manual or auto in the previous car. A stick is still offered, by the way, as is all-wheel drive for the first time. With a new suspension, wider track, braking, and steering systems, coupled with the prodigious linear power delivery from the V6, this CTS has vault-like solidity without a punishing ride with unwanted body motions damped quickly. It's so good to drive that you almost wish it was a tad smaller to better mimic the nimbleness of the compact German offerings. My car, with the addition of the 18-inch all-season tire performance package, benefits from a limited slip differential, a sport suspension, and a performance cooling system. And lastly, the interior of the old CTS was an embarrassment, while this car hits the proverbial home run. The technology present, including the optional Navi system, is just phenomenal. A clever screen setup with brighter and better resolution even allows you to call up current weather conditions, warnings, and extended forecasts. If I can make but one change in here, it would be to find a less cushioned, more supportive set of front seats. My CTS tester is loaded with over $11,000 in options, raising the price of this car to $46,440. And even at that elevated price, this is one Cadillac worthy of the world-class tag. For Drive Time on MyRide.com, I'm Steve Hammis.